What's going on, guys? So in today's video we are going to be installing some 2-inch drop shackles on this truck, but first I want to give everybody a last look. This is a 1997 F-150 3-inch spindle lift and stock in the rear, and it honestly sits as perfectly level as you could really want one. Honestly, it's not on super level ground right now. Let's come over here to this other side. Y'all can see. So if you're into the level trucks, you got something like this, the 3-inch spindle lift pretty much sits it dead even. So I know a lot of people like this setup that I have now, and I personally think it looks great as well, but this is Project Larry, so we are having fun with it. So I went ahead and picked up some 2-inch drop shackles, the same one, I think they're Max Track, same ones I had on the Duramax, which were great. And so we're gonna pull it inside and get to piling on the liquid wrench, because obviously this is a 97 truck. It's got some rust and has never had the shackles changed, so they might be a little fun to get off, but we'll get them off. Also got a lot of mud that we didn't clean out from the other day, but it's dried up right now, so it shouldn't be too bad. Probably have to wear some glasses so I don't wreck my eyes. I also pulled something in the back of my leg last night playing airsoft with all the guys, and so if you see me stumbling around or I'm moving a little slow today, that is why, because I'm trying to take it easy and not have to go to the doctor over it. So let's go ahead and pull Larry in, get started. All right, so here's our drop shackles. They are adjustable where you can put them at 1 or 2 inch. We're gonna, just for the sake of Project Larry, we're gonna throw them on the 2 inch for the starters, see how low it is, see if it's livable at that height. It comes with these little grease fittings. You just have to put these in here. That way you can grease these up, ensure that they live a long time. First thing we want to do is measure our wheel gap, see how much we actually drop this thing. Completely stock suspension. This truck does not have any blocks in the back from the factory. We're looking at right at 5 1/4, looks like. Let's check the front, see how level we actually are. Okay, so 6 1/4. So we've already got a little bit of squat going, but we're about to dramatically increase that. All right, so the two options that you have, you can either jack the truck up and put some jack stands underneath the frame. That way the rear end can drop down and you can, work on it. However, from my experience, the best thing to do is I jack them up from the hitch assembly. If you don't have a hitch, then obviously you can't really do this, but I find it easier to do this. That way I can just raise the truck and the axle will sit on the ground, and you just, you can adjust it that way. We're gonna basically take the bottom and top nut off of the drop shackle, which is right there, and then we're going to lift the truck until we have enough free play to take the bottom bolt out, because if you see, the bottom bolt goes out to the left, so we will be able to pull it out. But if you look at the top bolt has to go out to the right, and if you see, the frame is right there. So we're gonna have to take the bottom one out and then jack the truck. We'll actually lower the truck, because the rear is what's attached to the sleeve spring. We'll actually lower the truck using the jack until that is above the frame right there, and then we can push the bolt out above the frame. Let's see if I can, in between the frame and the bed, because there's a gap there that we should be able to get the bolt out. Alright, got all those bolts off using a 13/16, and now we just have to jack up the truck a little bit in order to get the weight off of that bottom bolt, and we pull that out and go from there. Alright, so you probably saw me struggle with that terribly. I think the bushings inside of that drop shackle is just completely gone, which makes sense, but passenger side was tough to get out, but that left side was dang near impossible. Finally just had to hook the air gun up and just spin it until it came out of there. So our bottom bolts are out, and so we just gotta drop the truck, let the leaf springs come up, get the bolts out of the top above the frame, pull those old drop shackles out. Look at that. Let me see. Look at that freaking bushing. These things were due for a replacement. Good gosh. That thing is totally shot. Now we just gotta put the grease fittings in. Not really sure the best way to even do this. Start threading on. Some grease in these things. Okay. All right, we're gonna film my iPhone just so you can see better. Like I said, top bolt has to go above that frame. That'll come down. Put this one on there. Spinning over there. We'll go ahead and tighten this down. Probably have to hold that back side of that bolt. Do it on both sides. All right, let's go ahead and jack this thing up. Line those bolts up. Let's go ahead and drop this thing down, see how much it lowered it. All right, well there she is. So honestly didn't drop it quite as much as I was thinking it would, but it really does. It looks perfect. Honestly, I think that's about the perfect amount of lean. I was hoping it would do it more just for a more, you know, dramatic video or whatever, more controversial, but still definitely got a little bit of a squat going on now, and paired with the wheel spacers, dude, I think Larry is sitting about perfect. And it really does have enough clearance to where it's not like useless. I'm still gonna be able to go off-road with it, still gonna be able to play with it, but now we got that laid back look and it just looks sick. Really does. Definitely a controversial thing, I know, squatting your truck, putting a little lean on it, but I think it just looks so much better with a little bit of lean. So definitely leave your feedback down below. I know some people they're gonna love this, and some people are gonna hate it. So it is what it is. That overload spring, I'm sure, can be taken out, but I don't know if we really want to go doing that. But if enough people request it in this video, we might just have to. So definitely, if that's something you want to see, be sure to leave your feedback, because might just have to do it. Oh boy, it looks, dude, this angle right here, walking up to it from the back, dude, it looks freaking sick. So there's like no denying, even if you don't like the squat, how sick the rear of trucks look when they're pretty low and they got that stance. Oh my gosh, dude, this thing looks freaking insane. Got measuring tape. See what we got. So it's still sitting at right above 4, just a tiny bit above 4. And then the front's about 6.5. So we're squatting there pretty good. And like I said, I think it's just the perfect amount. Still gotta redo my passenger window tint. It looks horrible, but I guess I'm gonna go charge my GoPro up real quick. We'll go take it down the road, see if it rides any differently. Well, it doesn't really ride any different. You can feel a little bit more lean back, obviously, which feels good. If you've ever been slightly squatted or squatted truck, you know, it's just leaning back. I don't know what it is about it, dude. It just feels right. About to hit this bridge. Let's see if our bounce does any different. Nope. Brakes are still trash. It's not so squatted that it's unusable either, so it's like I have a pretty steep driveway, you know, going through a little off-road stuff. It's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to make it take the fender out. Obviously, you flex it too far and it'll could mess up something. But as of right now, we still got plenty of clearance, and it gives it that sweet laid back look. All right guys, well that's about gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you did enjoy. It's pretty much the cheapest thing you can do as far as suspension wise is a drop shackle, and it completely changes the whole demeanor of the truck, whether you have a rake truck, a level truck, or a squatted truck. It really does change the whole demeanor of how the truck's viewed and just the attitude that it has, which is weird to say, but there's no denying it does. And I think just a little bit of squat, man, it makes the truck look so mean, so aggressive, and just, I don't know, I like it. I know a lot of people are gonna hate on it, whatever, that's no, you know, that's just normal. But definitely leave me some feedback down below. What you think about Larry with a little laid back look. I found my old RC car and I got it charged up. The steering doesn't work on it, but this thing freaking rips. I need to fix the steering and do some videos with this thing because it's... Dude, it freaking flies. Attempt to drive. Yeah, steering just don't work. Horses are not happy about it. Whoa! Let's put it in this water drain right here and just let it rip. See what happens. Just hammer on it. I am covered in dirt. No animals were harmed in the making of this. Oh, wheelie. Oh, that was so sick. Let's do a little launch up close, full throttle launch. Dang, where that posi at? There we go. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Come on back, baby.